Hey there. Oops, so sorry about that. It's Mrs. Hall. Alrighty, so you actually just texted me. So I'm actually going to go ahead and start doing number 1. I'm going to do number 2. Actually, I'm going to do 3 with you, okay? We'll do number 3 then. So let's look at number 3. Number 3, we have 2/3 x plus 3/10 is equal to 2 2/5. Well, first and foremost, we're going to turn this guy right here into an improper fraction. So we multiply 5 times 2 is 10, plus the 2 is 12. So this becomes 12, and we keep our 5 as the denominator. Just going to rewrite everything else really quick. All right, so now the first step you have to do is you have to find your LCD. All right, so LCD, if I count by 3s, and I count by 10s, and I count by 5s, what is the first number that's going to be in common? So we know it has to end in a 0 because 10 will always end in a 0, 10, 20, 30. So the first number that all three have in common is going to be 30. Alrighty, so now we have to multiply every term. So terms are separated by adding and subtracting. So I have this term, and this term. I'm going to multiply each one of these by our LCD, which is 30. All right, so I multiply this by 30. I multiply this by 30. And I multiply this one by 30. Notice that we can simplify here. 3 goes into 3 one time. 3 goes into 30 10 times. 10 goes into 10 one time. 10 goes into 30 3 times. 5 goes into 5 one time. 5 goes into 30 6 times. All right. So notice how all of our denominators are 1. That means we were able to just get rid of all of our denominators. Now we still have to multiply what's left over by the outside number. So my 10 times the 2 is going to be 20. So I have 20x plus 3 times 3 is going to be 9 is equal to, and then 6 times 12. So sorry about that. All right, and then 6 times 12, which is 72. So now we solve for our x. First steps first is to subtract 9 from both sides. 9 minus 9 will cancel and give you 0. You're left with 20x is equal to 72 minus 9, which is 63. Then we divide both sides by 20. Our 20s cancel on the left. And then 63 divided by 20. We can't do that. 20 goes into 63 times. And 20 times 3 is 60. So if I take away 60, I have 3 left over. Alrighty. So that's what x is going to equal. Now we're going to do our check. Alright, so for our check, we're going to actually use our improper fraction for the check. It'll be a little bit easier than having a mixed number. So we're going to put this back into our x. So we're going to have 2/3. And instead of x, we're going to have 63 over 20 plus 3/10 is equal to 2 2/5. All right. Again, I put that in for my x up here. So now we're going to multiply these first two. 2 and 20 can reduce to 1 and 10. And then 3 and 63 can go to 1 and then not. No. 63 would be 21. So now this goes away and we have 21 over 10 plus 3 over 10 is equal to 2 2/5. All right, so 21 plus 3 is going to be 24 over 10 is equal to 2 2/5. Again, our goal is for this left side to equal 2 2/5. So 10 goes into 24 2 times. So we take away 20 and we have 4 left over. Then we can simplify this by dividing top and bottom by 2, which gives you 2 2/5. Therefore, since our check shows that we're good, we are all set. So the main thing here, the main step is to find your least common denominator. Again, you multiply each and every term by the least common denominator because it will cancel all of your denominators and give you a regular equation like you're used to. I really hope this helps. Let me know if not.